Good afternoon guys and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program episode 4, and I've been grinding out a couple of the science missions, managed to unlock a few more slots, got some bigger fuel, bigger engines, upgraded the astronaut complex, got an extra astronaut, Rosanna Kerman. I thought we'd go for another scientist because scientists are going to be useful in the future. I think I haven't really leveled anyone else up, just keep using Valentina for now. What else? We upgraded the mission control. Gene, he's happy as hell now, he's got proper computers. We've got a couple of missions here. I'm not going to do these yet, but this is what I'm going for. We need to get to the money. It's episode 4. It's got to be done. So this is what I've been using for achieving the orbits. It's pretty fat. It's a pretty fat little rocket. Got a little bit of an asparagus on the go down on the bottom. Asparagus is really nice in this game. It means you can utilise all the thrust in this area. You don't have to have loads of solid boosters attached to the bottom. I mean, you know that I'm pretty crazy about solid boosters, but it's just easier to maintain the speed without them. But that said, we're going to change this up because I've got these. Now look at the size of this. The solid boosters is the whole size of the whole rocket. It's huge, and I've got to play with these. And I think these would be a pretty good start for getting out the getting out the atmosphere. So let's get rid of these. Thinking we'll keep this stage. We've got command pod, we've got science module, we've got a little service bay with our batteries in. In fact, because we might be going beyond anywhere we've ever been before, let's chuck a thermometer in there. Just get it so it's right. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we'll put a thermometer in there so we can do some more sciencey things. And we've got one of these. What I'm thinking is that we go 3. This is going to be pretty expensive. This is going to be a really expensive rocket. I can see it coming. If we go 3 of them with a fat one of them on the bottom. See, this might be too heavy for that engine. Yeah, it's going to be too heavy. We'll go for 2 of those. And then support, radial decoupler thingies. Go for 2 or 3. I think we'll just go for 2 for now, just as a little test. About there. And then these big tasty boosters. Are they on? Yep, they're on. Need to bring them down just a touch. In fact, I'm going to put them on this side, because that's the way that we'll be sort of leaning over anyway. We go for some of these, and it's not that expensive. I thought they'd be more expensive than this, but it's about the same cost as our last rocket, really, so it's not too shabby. Let's get some tape on this just to stop it from, well, what the hell? That's pretty weird. I have no idea why it did that. It was crazy though. I need to try and get this off somehow. Oof. Oh, done it on the other side this time. It doesn't matter then. We'll just put one on the other side. Like this. And then maybe if we put one like there with that one. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. So just going to try this out to make sure we got the staging. We got booster, detach engine, yep, separate, parachute, double parachute, and then that one's just for the abort. Just make sure that's set. Yep, we got that. So if we press that abort button, this will decouple and we can separate the pod straight away. To keep our Kerbals nice and safe. I'm not going to go Valentina, we're going to go Jeb. Jeb's been itching to get in the seat. He needs that orbit in his flight record. So, I figured out what this severity thing is from earlier episodes. You remember me saying it. I had no idea what it is. Basically, on this one it says electric charge stored but not generated, which is like a minor issue. If I click this, it turns it off. If I click on it again, it turns it on. So if you've got these highlighted, then you get all the sort of errors, let's say. So the red one is most severe, this one's like minor, pretty like reasonably risky, and then these are just like, you know, unused monopropellant resource. These are just like nice to knows. So that's what that is. It took me a while to sort of figure that one out. Okay, I'm gonna try this and call this Skyraker X2. Let's see if it works. I hope it does. I'm pretty keen. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I did not reduce the thrust on these boosters. I don't quite know how powerful they are, and I don't want to go in at 100% thrust. Thinking maybe 50%, 52. Yeah, we'll go 52. Save, launch. So hopefully we can make an orbit with this. I'm pretty excited to see how these go. I think Jeb's going to be excited too. I know it looks a little bit worried there. It's unusual for Jeb looking worried. I'm sure that'll soon change. SAS on and go. Yep, and we're not moving. We're not moving at all. No, there's not enough thrust in them. Maybe we're a bit heavy. We might even need 4 of these. I don't really want to use 4 of them. It's way too expensive. Let's bump them up to, yeah, 80%. Let's try that. Alright, you ready, Jeb? So we go, we are off. And we go to pretty slow start. Seem to be slightly wandering off a little bit, but it's going straight now, so that's okay. Yeah, it's not too bad for now. Hopefully it's picking up speed. It's probably just a little too heavy. I mean, these are pretty heavy tanks. It might be a case that we just sort of like go back to the asparagus with this engine. I didn't use this engine before. Alright, let's get ready for the staging. Doing okay. Making some good height. We're already sort of halfway to the gravity turn. I'm still not going too fast. Ooh, what's this? Okay, no idea what that means. I think that means they're taking damage. But not anymore, because we're done. We're done with them. Just keeping that speed somewhere around 200 meters a second. And then as soon as we get over 10,000, we can start sort of speeding it up. Just a touch, not too much. And then start that gravity turn. Oh, 10,000, let's try and just tilt him over a little. Hopefully I don't lose control of it. Looks pretty stable. Nothing wobbling. Nice acceleration. Jeb's loving it as usual. Jeb's like, I'm finally going to get an orbit. You are, Jeb. I know I haven't given you an orbit, and it's Valentina's been taking all the glory from you. But we'll get you there. Don't worry about it, Jeb. We'll get you there. Pretty good on fuel. We've got loads of fuel left. Let's have a check it out on the map so we don't overshoot. We're getting pretty close. Let's get the fuel up. Get to about 90? 85. Yeah, we'll go 85. This is probably going to turn really slow now with the engine off. Yeah. Pretty much horizontal now. And I need to do most of the EVAs. Like I don't think I've only done one of the EVAs. So once we get the orbit, we're just going to go all over the place and get all the EVAs. And hopefully we can get loads of science off it. Like a shitload of science. Have to move this really slowly. It's so big. Sheesh, ship, you got a fat ass. We'll start burning about 83. Yeah, we'll start burning about 83. We should pull an orbit in this, no problem. We've got plenty of Delta V going. Oh yeah, 83. Plenty of Delta. We don't even need full speed. Looking good. We are looking good, Jeb. Looks like you're going to get that orbit. And you've done it. You are totally in an orbit, Jeb. That's it. You can join the fabled ranks of Valentina. He's pretty happy. I'd have thought he'd be a bit happier than that. I mean, maybe that's just a game face. Jeb's just got his game... Yeah, there he is. He's like, yeah, got an orbit. You know it, Jeb. We probably don't get anything from this. For science. No, we'll wait on that. Let's try thermometer. Wherever it is. It's somewhere in here. Oh, it's there. Log temperature. No science for you. Alright, so EVAs. This is what we can do. This is what we need. So I'm thinking that we can do one, go back in, store it, come back out again, do another EVA. I'm pretty sure that we can do that. I could do it in an earlier version, so I don't see why you can't do it in this one. I'll take that board. And then what we'll do is we'll just time accelerate to another part of the planet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there. See if there's another one here. EVA. Kerbal Shores. Alright, so that's 2 EVAs. Let's just go a bit further. I've got the Highlands one, which is, I think that's somewhere here, but what we'll do is we'll just give it a little peek. Just give it a little peek. Yeah, we got the Highlands one already, so we don't need that. Let's go around a bit more. So these EVAs are really nice. Like, once you can do this, you're just raking the science in. I'm just pulling the science in from nowhere. Well, I am. I'm pulling it out from outer space. Okay, that was still Highlands. Can't have that one. Let's try maybe over here. See what this is. Grasslands, maybe? Nope, it's still Highlands. It's a lot of Highlands. That's probably going to be Shores. Let's try that. Kerbin's Water. We've already got a Kerbin's Water from the start. Let's see what else there is around here. This is... this is that big crater. This has to be one, surely. Kerbin's Mountains. That's... Okay, that's 3 EVAs. That's 8, 16, 24. It's 24 science. Let's just go a bit further. I'm pretty sure you get like a grasslands one. Maybe this is it here. It looks like grasslands. EVA. Come on, Jeb, give me a grasslands. There we go. That's what I'm after. That's 4. It's definitely going to be one for the deserts, I'd have thought. EVA. Kerbin's Deserts. It's another 8 science. Oh, so much science. I think we're pretty much done. But what I might do is, because we've still got 539 fuel in the tank we've got, plus the other stage. So let's do a whole orbit, come back to the perigee, and then I don't know, because we need to, in order to meet the mun, we'd need to be kind of burning before, like maybe say here somewhere. Let's just see how far out we can get. Yeah, we'll do it about here as soon as we're already on the route. And we're pretty much facing the right way too, so just turn the SAS on. And we've still got plenty of battery power. Alright, burn. Let's just see if we can't get... Let's just see how far out we can get. It's going pretty good. We might not need that much more than what we've already got here to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this is not what I expected at all. I need to put serious game face on for this. It's clearly not going to... We've gone beyond the mun. So... We're pretty much not getting an encounter from there. That's for certain. And... Is that out of fuel now? Is that us? That is the fuel spent. Yep. So we'll get rid of this big old lump on the back. Let's just make sure the staging's right. I don't want to mess this up where we are now. Okay, we'll get rid of that. This is going to be our little... command pod on the way. So maybe this is too shallow as we're coming out, because we're going to slow down so much as we're coming up, and maybe the mun's going to overtake us. We won't know till we try. Unless maybe we're going too fast and the mun won't be there in time. Yeah, it seems like we're going too fast. Maybe we should have just burned sort of more directly at the mun. Although we are pretty close to it. I mean, look at this. We can pretty much see right there. I mean, it's there. I wonder what this says. It might just say high over curbing. Yeah, it's just high over curbing. Well, we can definitely get this. So let's try to get the mun one first. Let's just see what other little goodies there is. I don't want to run out of sort of battery power, or we'll take that EVA report. Electric charge is pretty good. We're not running out of battery power, so we're okay there. So we've overshot the mun. It's basically what's happened here. And by the time, yeah, so by the time we get to here, the mun's going to have just passed us. So we'll just go hurtling back to curbing. Maybe eventually we'll get an encounter? I don't just want to keep orbiting for the sake of orbiting. And Jeb will have to go toilet soon. Yeah, it's going to be a case of the fact that we're just too far. Maybe what we need to do is come back to here and then try and pull this in, or maybe pull this into the atmosphere and then use the atmosphere to pull this back. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that. Yeah, because I mean we're going so slow. We're only going 100 meters a second at this point. We're facing the right way. Let's turn that on. We need to engage the engine, and then let's maybe drop it to sort of about 63. About 63. No, 60. Yeah, and then the air Air resistance as we enter the atmosphere will pull this back down, and it might just be enough for us to... If we can get an encounter and then come back, that'd be brilliant. Alright, so we are just dropping... Yeah, and it's pulling it back now. I don't know how effectively it'll pull it back. I'd have thought it'd pull it quite a lot when we get to 59,000. It's coming down. Be really nice if I just want to fly by. If we can just get a flyby, I'd be so chuffed. I really would. But it proves that we don't need that much more in our rocket to get there. We probably just need maybe a bigger one of these just for the extra bit of fuel, but we don't need that much thrust when we're anywhere near the Mun anyway. So, let's close this and keeping that open. Have it somewhere, say about there. Right, so we're back above, back into space. So it definitely worked in helping us to slow down. There's hardly any fuel there by using the air resistance of the planet. But this time, it might not work. This might not work either. What we do need to do is we need to pull that back out to us. We're just going to keep air braking and... Oh, bollocks. Let's see if we can't do it now. We just aim prograde. Should be able to force that out a bit. Yeah, it's going out. It's okay. Get it to 90? Yeah, 90. So this is definitely how you don't get an encounter with the Mun. At least you can learn that much from this episode. Still not close enough to pull the gravity. I think what we're going to do is call it quits on there. I need to figure out the angle for us to get a good pop at the Mun. But what we can do is we can take this science, if it'll... Oh, we're time accelerating, so I can't. We can take this, which is high over Kerbal. It's nearly 40 science, which is nice. So we'll take that. So the trip isn't completely worthless. We'll get up to here. We'll bring this back into the atmosphere again. We'll air brake this off, and then we'll re-enter. Hopefully we don't blow up on the way down. Hopefully we can pull off a Bill re-entry. Only Bill knows how to do legendary re-entries. And he's not even the pilot, he's just an engineer. Alright, let's speed that up. We'll go to, say, 50,000? Yeah, that's about... 50,000 sounds pretty good. Alright, I'm going to air brake all this off, bring this down, and then I'll come back to you guys later. Alright, so we're coming around for a re-entry. Managed to sort of bring it down to a reasonable area. Hopefully, with it being here, we can land somewhere near the base, so we can save a bit on the cost. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. I'm going to do a little bit more slowing down as a re-enter. I think we're going a little bit too quick. Plus we've still got a shed load of fuel, so if we can slow down just a touch more, it'll definitely aid our re-entry. That's a weird way for it to come back to the... Maybe get it somewhere below 2,000. I mean, we'll pick up speed again as we're re-entering, because we'll be free falling in the thin atmosphere, so we'll free fall back to whatever the terminal velocity is anyway. Yeah, we could probably do a stop thrusting now. Let's just turn it a bit so I'm not going to be Placing it directly. Jettison. Keep the SS on so I can have the... Just so I can keep the plate aiming sort of straight down. Hoping this doesn't slow down and come back at us. I don't think it will do. It's pretty heavy with the fuel in. Hopefully that helped to pull it away. It's pulling away anyway. Yeah, it's pulling away. That's it, Jeb. You can be all excited. Can you see the deserts? Yeah, you can see the deserts. I can see the sand. I don't like sand. Jeb doesn't like sand because it just gets everywhere. It just gets all inside his suit, and he's expressed many a time that he doesn't like the sand. Whoa, we're re-entering. We're already game. That's it, Jeb. Nice and easy. Nice, easy re-entry. Not too many G's. Not getting too warm. The ablator plate's holding out nice. Using point Z. Well, I sped up a little bit now. Obviously, as we're getting hotter. Oh, no, 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 no turning. Do not turn. No turning, please. Nope, stop trying to turn. Stop it. Stop it. Stop turning. Come on, Jeb. Help me out here. Help me out here, or sure we're gonna die. We're okay. I don't know why it wants to turn. It must be just must be a little bit top heavy. It's quite deceiving, this, thinking that the bottom is heavier, but the pod must be heavier than the rest. And so it's trying to turn on the way down for the because it wants to go sort of heavy end first. So maybe I could do with adding something to the bottom just to add weight. Maybe like a small fuel or something along them lines. It's worth considering. Let's get that parachute out. SAS off. The parachute should keep it facing sort of the right way now anyway. Gonna have a water landing. I'd have no idea how the engine survived on the way down. Apparently engines can just survive re-entry. Look at Jeb, he's so happy. He's like, I made an orbit and got some science all in the same day. Well, I mean, it's not quite the same day because, according to this, you've been in space for 29 days, Jeb. 29 days. You've been in space for a month. Just going round and round and round. Collecting all that science. Let's speed this up. Alright, we'll go for the other two parachutes. Whoa, whoa, flipping a bitch. What the hell happened there? I'll give it to you, Jeb. It's definitely an orthodox way to come down. It's good effort, though. I mean, if you wanted to see the sea, then you could have just told me. He's like, I just wanted to see the sea. Well, you can certainly see the sea. I wonder why the hell he did that. This proves that this is a hell of a lot heavier than any of this. I'm going to have to sort of... I don't want to just add weight for the sake of adding weight, but maybe it's worth putting the science module on the top. Get rid of this parachute, put the science module on the top with the service bay. It'll look kind of weird as it's going. As a rocket, it'll look really strange, but it means that this will be at the bottom. Put the shield on the bottom of the pod, and the pod and the shield are pretty resistant to the heat, and it should save these. Yeah, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that next time. Put these two on top instead of underneath. Put them on here. And then that way, it'll keep you pointing in the right direction on the way down. I had to kind of fight it on the way down, but I'm pretty convinced that if it had turned or spun, it had gone. It had blown up. I don't really want to have to be doing that every time we re-enter. Splashdown. Recover it, and Jeb has made it to the halls of fame with Valentina. They've both done orbits, except she only did one orbit. Jeb did like 1,000,000. We've got 91.2 science from that. That's nice. We've got 100 science, so we can take another one of them slots. We've got all these EVAs. And there's still probably plenty more EVAs to do, so at the poles, sort of north to south as opposed to going east to west. We only recovered 3,000 from that, which isn't bad. Seems like what's this? We completed a mission. I don't know what that is. And that's it. Jeb got himself to level 1. Well done, Jeb. You can now do piloty things. Talk about close encounters. Any closer and there'd be paperwork. Oh, no way. So, we did the fly by the moon. We actually did that. It's done it. We've done it. We've achieved the fly by the moon. I always thought you had to be captured by its gravity for it to be classed as a flyby, but that's really neat that we've done that. We got 106,000 Jeb dollars for that. I mean, that's great. 17 reputation. So, I mean, what do we take? Do we take propulsion systems? Doesn't seem like there's too much there that I want. Not just yet. Advanced construction. I don't really want any plain things. Landing. What's this? Is it a bigger heat shield or 2.5 meters? That's a smaller, bigger. I don't know. It's another heat shield. It's got a hell of a lot more ablation anyway. It's got 800 ablator. Landing legs, escape launch system. Well, that'd be for the top of the rocket. A big ass parachute. And a landing gear with a wheel. Okay, it's novel. We got stabilizer, a lander can. I think we're getting near Mun technology, definitely. Monopropellant, yeah, we're definitely coming in for Mun technology. I wouldn't mind taking this for the science, extra science. What's this? We got solar panels. That could be nice. Solar panels, little battery, and lights. Thinking this. We don't really need the solar panels just yet, because as we proved, we can get to the moon without needing the solar panels. So let's take the space exploration so we can get the Presmat barometer, extra sciencey things. And we'll probably go for this next after that with the lander can. So let's take that. And what we'll do is we'll put that in that little service bay. Well, we need to rearrange our service bays and whatever else, so we'll check on some missions. Just see if the mission people aren't going crazy over Jeb's amazing feats of flyby stuff. Plant a flag on the Mun. I'm totally taking that. We can take 7 missions now. We've only got 3 active. So, rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. That could be... Yeah, that could be worth trying to get. I mean, we need to learn how to do that anyway. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. And it never expires. Because it's Kerbal World First Record Keeping Society mission. So we'll take that for the advance. Tasty bit of advance there. We'll take this one. We got 65,000 advance. And we're going to have to do it anyway. So, take... Science data from around... Transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbal. Well, that's easy enough to do. Right, we'll take that. Perform temperature scans of the Mun. Do you think we might leave that one for now? We're going to max out our missions. Temperature scans of Kerbal. Seems to be 2 missions the same here. One pays 57,000. One pays 53,000. This one... Yeah, the moving parts one's better than the C7 aerospace, so I'm going to take this one. Perform temperature scans of Kerbal. 16,000. Oh, it needs to be in certain areas whilst we're flying. Oh, that sounds like too much effort. Yeah, sounds like too much effort. No, I won't take that. We'll leave it. We'll leave the free slot. Alright guys, thank you for watching in episode 4. Managed to get a flyby. I'm so excited that I got a flyby. If you guys want to tune in next time, hopefully we can get a landing. I might do a couple of little testers sort of off camera before, and then I'll show you guys sort of how I did it, and then we'll do it. We'll do it together. And yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. Like and subscribe, and see you later.